Hello. Santier here, and it is time for Minister Cho's estate a couple of times, I think. I think that's where we're at. So last time, I managed to successfully scythe up my dervish. So she has a scythe now. That's nice and fancy. I still want to get the daggers for my assassin and the bow for my ranger. So that means I need 10 more proofs. So we're gonna go do stuff to try to get some. Let's see. So she's probably proofed herself out. Let's just see what I can do on Noelle here. I think that's her name, right? Sophia Noelle. Yeah. So I'm at Bergen Hot Springs of all places. Okay, we've got at least 3 that I can get here. Yeah, this is a weirdly assorted whatever. Gwen, you're out of the party. Because we're going the Great Northern Wall. Oh yeah. Hope everyone's doing well. I'm going to try to keep these streams a little bit shorter. What I have discovered is, for whatever reason, they really tend to stress out my mouse wrist for some reason. Something about the positionality makes my wrist sore. So I need to maybe spend a little bit less time on them so I don't stress out my wrists like I have been. I don't quite know what the underlying positional issue is, but I just know that it's been a bit of a problem, so you know what, this is fine, right? I don't know. Let's just throw Crippling Victory on here. We all attack skills. It's probably okay. Jamie's Gaze is maybe overkill. I'm gonna go with Heaven's Delight. Vec can run an elite. And Chain Lightning now. Glyph of Lesser is still probably a good idea. I'm okay with running Remove Hex there. Okay. And I've got a pet, so I might as well keep the pet. I don't know, what else am I doing? I don't have much yet on this character. Looks like I'm using an Eye of the North Boneclaw Staff, which is fine. So anyway, I'm going to do a couple of missions here. But yeah, I'm not sure exactly what the positional thing is, but I definitely am not sitting like the same way I would normally. With my microphone forward, so. Sure. The Playful Stalker can go up there. Anyway, I hope everyone is doing well. Oh, Champagne Popper, whatever. I don't feel like going back for that. Frankly, there's not much reason to fight most of these. This is a mission that, even at level 13, I'm probably able to just mostly walk through. Won't be the case with Frostgator Gates of Kryda, but we're not doing those yet. I'll probably be doing some Mr. Cho's estate also, but we're not there yet either. Wow, I'm still using this stuff. Major Tactics. Ooh, Virtuosos might be worth something. I'm going to have to check that when I get back. Ranger Boss, you can tell because I dropped a Quickening Zephyr for all of a few seconds. Anyway, I hope everyone's doing well today. has been enjoying the anniversary event. I've been enjoying streaming this game again. I did do a little bit of proof farming on my main account, and I have to say, it is much faster to do that on a setup account where I can just hop into some quick missions. But when I actually have to, like, when most of my characters aren't even level 20 yet, it is much slower. Anyway, I'm probably going to hit up Gates of Kryta. Maybe advance into the prophecy story now that I think about it. It would be best. Yeah, I don't know. Ideally, I'd like to get 5 proofs today. But I only want to stream for about 2-ish hours. So we'll see how that goes. Don't really have a whole lot to say about Great Northern Wall. I've been doing this mission a lot lately. It's not as fast as Chahbek Village, but then what is? Okay, I wasn't sure if I was going to be stuck there or not. Sometimes you can look to run past enemies that are like half body blocking you, but you're actually on the server side still body blocked, so... It's not ideal. That's what I'm saying. Part of it is figuring out where my microphone needs to be. Stay hydrated, folks. Stay hydrated. Okay. Find a new way back. Run to the wall! Not sure what armor set I'm eventually going to get her. Oh, that'll be a mystery to solve later. Certainly doesn't need a solution now. Oh! Yes, I would like to attempt to reconnect. Wonder what that's about. Well, not seeing any sign that the stream has dropped. In string? Interesting. I mean, it's just a few minutes. It's not a big deal from that standpoint, but I'm gonna go to technical difficulties. Okay. The game is not loading. What if I... No, clicking on that should have switched focus. Connection server is lost. Okay. Well, we relogged in. Okay, I don't know what just happened there. It's possible... I mean, I'm still going to do the mission because I want the proof. It's possible that... some connection somewhere with the number of people playing or something threw something off. Who knows? I certainly don't. Okay, well, we're going to just run that back. Fortunately, that's usually pretty rare, but... maybe there's some server management backend stuff that caused where I was connected to no longer be valid. I can certainly see that being the case. Hmm. I don't know. I don't have a whole lot to say right now. That's one of the tricky things about streaming, is trying to invent things to talk about. Yeah, we got a necromancer this time. I don't know what's up with my heroes. Might kill a devourer in a moment here. Apparently I need to make sure I'm picking up my loot. Anyway, it's kind of awkward when your healing skill requires you to have a corpse nearby. Vec and Ogden, all of them are... if I switch them to aggressive, do they start fighting back? Doesn't look like it particularly much. I've told Ogden to like heal Vec or whatever. I don't even know if they're nearby, but I can't select them when they're off compass, so... they haven't stayed up with me as well this time. I love these little bits of crystal in here. Searing crystal adds a really interesting additional visual dynamic to post-searing. We got a monk boss this time. Swag the Lasher. Hmm. I should probably get to Cantha on this character if I haven't already. Okay. Oh, that's annoying. Really? I just got banished. Mox is refusing to fight these things. Wow, that was pathetic. Okay, well, I died to a banish right at the very end. I am just utterly failing at this mission, and it is a bit ridiculous. I should not have stopped to fight that char. But here we are. I did. Okay. Maybe the rest of my team can keep up with me this time and not get caught on random Grawl and Char. That would be novel. I want to do this for a 4th time. Word 4th now just makes me think of the magic card 4th Aerolingus. A very good card. From the Lord of the Rings sets. Good old 5 Soul Reaping. We've been seeing a lot of that lately. Let's just take these things out so that my heroes don't get caught up on them. Mox is determined to use Twin Moon. Interrupted his interest. I'm gonna move my pet over to here. Interesting. We have a Grawl boss this time, and it's a warrior. As opposed to the Ranger and Necro Devourer bosses we had the previous times. One of the things I actually, just talking about bosses, that I like about this game is it generally doesn't emphasize boss fights. Like, yeah, there are boss enemies that are, like, tougher or more dangerous or whatever. Not, like, dramatically so from regular mobs. I'm not somebody who actually, despite my enjoyment of the Souls games, I'm not actually somebody who cares that much about boss fights. They're just not an important part of the experience to me for the most part. I mean, which isn't to say that I can't find them enjoyable, but it's also just not important that they're there. So I am happier to have the sort of like weaker bosses design of these games that de-emphasize the concept. It's not a game about boss fights. I know there are people who do like their boss fights, but I don't know. I appreciate a game that's not heavily emphasizing that. Guild Wars 2 definitely has much more in the way of that sort of thing. But different design philosophies, setups, that sort of thing. I wonder how this got so disjointed. It is weird, like... Yeah, Vec and Mox are not on normal buttons, so it's very odd. It might... I don't know, it's the sort of thing where I'd kind of like more proofs of legend. Because it would be nice to get the Soul Reaping Staff, or Soul Reaping Scythe on this character. But it does require me to get an additional 5 proofs of legend from somewhere. She knows, probably doable, but a lot of junk here. This is basically all merchant fodder. It's not even, well, there went my ID kit. It's not even worth salvaging because it's just so inefficient. I only get like 1 or 2 things per salvage, so. Okay, connection. You can hold strong this time. I do like that technical difficulty screen. Thankfully, I don't pull it out too often, but... I do need to pull it out sometimes. Wonder if my jaw popping just now was picked up on the microphone or not. Probably, because it's right next to it. I mention it by way of explanation. Okay, so after this, it's probably Frostgate. In order to get that mission A done and B approved from it. Yeah, I definitely want to head over to Chahbek as well. I might do that now. My party is still 4 people. But I haven't... I think I might still need to do the quest in LA to get over there. I have Welcome to Cantha. Bunch of Ascalonian and Crichton quests. Looks like. FDS is just everywhere because it's Guild Wars 1 and they haven't made a huge deal out of them yet. Okay, excellent. Proof the first. Okay, we'll want to hit up Frostgate. I do have Kining Center. I actually should be able to afford max armor on her right now, so I think I want to do that before I worry about much else, quite frankly. Let me go ahead and leave this party. Somebody has a Ghostly Hero Tonic, which is neat. I do have the Proof of Triumph from last year. Okay. Luan, I will grab your quest. Let's see what styles upon styles are available here. So there's the Xingje. I should be able to afford that one fairly easily, but I'm not sure about... I'm definitely going to need to do some stuff to get the Scar pattern. The headpiece. Canthan. Okay, I'm going to need to see what the difference between those is, but this requires... Oh yeah, this is requires monstrous parts. I am not making that. And Suki requires leather and is the Ascalonian set, which is like the stuff you get in pre-swing. So I'll probably go for the Xingje. So I believe, yeah, I have plenty of bones. And I need 4 platinum. And then I'm out of tanned hide. Okay, cool. Can I recover enough from that? Yes. I needed the boots still, right? Yeah. This is why we need to salvage stuff, because these add up. Okay. Coral necklaces also contain plant fibers, which are particularly valuable. Yeah, this is a serviceable armor set. I'll definitely want to replace it at some point, but... Okay, I have a sack of glittering dust over there. There is a materials crafter in town. I don't remember... if they make vials. Because I needed 4 vials, I think it said, for headpieces. I'd rather not be running this, is what I'm saying. Yeah, okay, 4 vials for headpieces. I apparently have the parchment. Shui. I'm never sure how to pronounce the X in Chinese. Okay, I can make tempered glass vials and vials of ink. They do require plant fibers. Okay. Just gonna withdraw 2 more platinum. Okay, so I needed 4 of these. And then 4 vials of ink. Okay, thank you. 4 vials of ink and some parchment. I think 5. Oh, I held down Alt to split it, and it's Shift in this game, Alt in Guild Wars 2. You know, just to be nice and confusing. Okay. I'll need more later, but for now, the death magic hat is fine. I don't know what I'll get out of that. Okay, dust is fine. All right. Now I have a merchant to go talk to, and a rune trader to interact with soon as well. Okay, that's dye trader. Also, there's a second merchant here that's slightly closer, so I'm going to talk to Ryukichi instead. Okay. I want a salvage kit, an expert salvage kit, and an identification kit. Goodbye. Mitsunari. Hi, is Virtuoso still worth a little bit of something? Yeah, it is. Major Tactics is not going to be worth anything. Minor Tactics is probably not worth anything. Yeah, basically. Functionally not worth anything. Okay, I did get to keep the armor, which means I get to merch it off, which is nice. Recoup a little bit of my costs that I just spent investing in max armor for this character. Again, this is not a set that I'm going to want to keep long term. Or at least I'll definitely have another set for her in the future, but that's the future. And now is the hour of our affordable. armor set rather than the one we're choosing for fashion. I mean, it's fine, but our other necromancer armors I like better. Okay. Right. It would be good to get to Xingzhe. So that way I can do yet more Minister Cho's estate. Actually, okay, hang on. Oh, probably don't have any yet. No, okay. I probably can go get some from LA. Step one, let's just worry about step one. Step one is get to Xingzhe. Taisu Eve, I guess. Okay, so for that I need to get to the marketplace. I mean, no. Not really going that way right now, Menlo. Might go do the Drunken Master, though. Like, my survivability is fine. My HP is low, though. That's the main issue right now, is I have low HP. Good old Drink Master Tanu. My recollection is that this is a pretty simple quest of just beating this guy's face in. Yeah. 2,000 experience, 175 gold, and an Imperial Commendation for that. We will pick it up later. Definitely a nice, easy quest to do for early on. So that's good. Yeah, okay. There are a couple of dropped frames. That doesn't surprise me with the connection hiccup that I had. I have some dropped frames. Hopefully there's not been many since then. I imagine it was just kind of that specific event. Brian. I don't know why there's random material trays out here. There just are. I will accept your request. He wants to go home. Let's go to Ascalon. After Char invaded Ascalon, I fled Cantha with my family. We were just planning to settle a new life in the horrible plague. His wife and children all succumbed to it, and he just wants to go back to Ascalon. Which is weird because he's a Crichton model, but you know, whatever. Chief Auton. Alongside Knock. They're definitely like name schemes from all over Asia going on here. Where's the way to the marketplace? I get there from over here. Like, I know it's somewhere in this general vicinity. I just don't remember what it is offhand. Seems like a neat spot for a screenshot. Okay, do I have a quest that involves Ico? Maybe? I don't know that I do. I mean, they're all green over here. Maybe talking to Ico gives me a quest? Yeah, it looks like it. Help! I was playing in the street when these men grabbed me. They told me if I screamed or struggled, they'd hurt me. Please take me back to my father, Taijo. Well, this should be a good spot to, let's not stand there. A good spot for getting experience from my pet, that's for sure. I'm definitely going to be low on my damage. Really leaning into I have a pet here. Okay, how far is this? That's fine. It's a good chunk of experience, so... And Imperial combinations are important to get on this account, so I don't mind running her all the way back. It'll be fine. Looks like going around here is maybe a little bit more of a straightforward path. I remember coming this way before, so maybe I should have just stuck with what I remembered. I think down here. Is this anything? No. Trying to rearrange my water cups because I just finished off the one I had been using while also walking in a straight enough line to get me to my destination. I'll have to do that walk in reverse in a moment, but should be okay. Normally there's afflicted here, but apparently there aren't at the moment. There's the drink master. Oh, she's coming. Just a little slow, I suppose. Come on, your little legs can carry you here. Sue happily demonstrating the Necromancer dance, which is Thriller. You found my daughter. The gods be praised. I was so engrossed in my work, I did not realize she was in trouble until it's too late. It's frantic, but no one dared admit they saw anything for fear of retribution. You've made a father happy again. Thank you for the massive pile of experience and the Imperial commendation. I mean, the money is nice, don't get me wrong, but 175 gold is not worth as much to me as this Imperial commendation, which is, I think, worth 400 gold or something? It's like 5 for a superior salvage kit. And I think those are 2 plat to buy. Right? Is that what I was seeing in the... Regardless, it's worth a good bit more to me than the other thing, so... I like having superior salvage kits hanging around in my bank for salvaging out stuff. They have 100 charges, you know. I've accumulated so many of those commendations on my main account that I'm still flush with them. But this one doesn't have that built up yet, so... Get our value where we can, right? U is the button to make that go away. Interestingly enough, U is my RP walk button in Guild Wars 2. It's just what I've assigned it to for a long time, so that's what I'm used to it being. And so every now and then when I'm switching between the games, I will hit it to bring up or to do some sort of map thing, and then that backfires. Because then I'm like, why am I walking so slow? How did I self-snare? Like, why am I snared? Like, you did it to yourself, silly. It's like, oops. It looks like we got favor again. 32 minutes, favor of the gods remaining. Nice. Okay. I need the Kaineng docks. Oh yeah, Eve left the party because she's not here. The NPCs in this are very thoughtfully positioned in that they very much so considered who should be where when, and sometimes that is deeply inconvenient. Mock's always demanding to be left of stage. I don't know, this is a cool spot, and I want to get some screenshots of this. You all can go over there. Something like that, I think. Anyway, should be able to just talk to Zheng here. I would like to go to Xingzhou. I don't care if you don't think there's much to do. There is enough to do. For me to want to go to Saitong Harbor. I need to go turn some of these Orion tablets in. But I can still do Minister Cho's estate before I worry about that. I'm definitely not doing Vizuna Square right now, though. That sounds like a recipe for disaster. I can go to the Undercity and capture BIP, though. So I may be doing that soon. No. Get out of here. That hurt. I'll have you know. Okay, I kind of want to just ignore these mounted, but we'll see if they force the issue. They might. Certainly seem to be trying. Definitely seem to be trying. Yeah, Ogden caught up and healed me. 7 gold, 7 gold. By which I mean it's like 2 gold, 1 gold. Poor Vec. Getting stuck. A lot of Melandri statues around here, I'm noticing. A courtyard where you can talk to Master Togo. I always have loved the aesthetic of these areas. Okay, let's kick Gwen. Get Mox back in here. I want Mox back in the party over Gwen because Mox has this amazing ability called not like armor that scales or damage that scales with armor. When things are low armor around here, it's very useful. You there, you look a capable sort. Invite me to your party. Invite me to go with you, and you can take part in forging my legend. Ah, Lucas. Good old Lucas. Yeah. Yeah. Just thinking about capping BIP. That's all. Like that's just such a huge upgrade to have BIP available that the idea is extraordinarily appealing. I don't think I have. Yeah, I don't have like other elites going on right now. Oh man, I love Xingje. I like, especially like these purple flowers. Xingje is really neat in Guild Wars 2 as well, but we only get this part of it over here. We don't get this side, and it would be cool to be able to get this other half, but you know, there's not a whole lot one can do about it. Many people could at ArenaNet. Traditional faction staircases that are extraordinarily tall stepped. Oh man, I love this area, and it's just, you can't, like, it's just so beautiful with the lighting and the, you know what we need to be able to make in homesteads is friggin' beautiful shafts of light. I mean, it's the weirdest thing. I don't know what they'd make you like have that craft out of or whatever, but I'd love to be able to put beautiful shafts of light just around my homestead. That'd be sweet. Okay, Minister chose sleep state. At least I think it's boring here, but what you gonna do? Maybe bring putrid explosion? I don't know. Yep, we're going through this snooze fest. Why? Because it will get us a proof of legend and it takes like 10 minutes. Less than, presumably. But unfortunately, it's extremely boring. They did such a better job with Chahbek Village. And I do want to head towards that as well, but I need to do the Sun Spear quest. This way. But I'll need to do stuff far enough to get costs. I mean, getting those heroes would be good before going any further in prophecies anyway. But it does require going there. Yes, we can. See? Don't you just love them teaching you basic mechanics? I know I do. It's so useful. I mean, it's good. It's good. I mean, they do need to teach these things, and I think it's good that they're teaching these things. It's just, they're doing it in an extremely tedious way, where everything is extraordinarily and literally gated. And the way that you can kind of go at your own pace in Nightfall is much better. Rather than wait for these gates to open up, we regroup by this tree. This is just the same object rotated 90 degrees. See that? They've rotated it. Makes a cooler, more complicated looking thing because you can intersect models in a 3D program because they don't contain physical matter. Ding. Teaching you about drawing on the map to communicate with each other. I do wonder what the most data efficient method of conveying this is. It'd just be nice to be able to have access to the Soul Reaping Scythe, but it's super not important ultimately either. I'm just thinking of like auto attacking with it or using PvE attacks. Yeah. Well, my priorities for proofs are pretty clear. Just teaching you about waiting for mobs to split up. I'm not too worried about groups of enemies, though, when they're level 8. Most of my heroes are level 20. Ooh, a purple. Nice. I still haven't found any of the actual new mods. If I want a katana, I will craft it. Thank you very much. This is a very weak katana. I will honor it with a salvage, though. Yeah, okay, that's pretty terrible. Didn't exactly have high hopes for that purple, but they managed to be underwhelming even with those low expectations. Just top myself off. Do I have any animate skills? I do. Bone Horrors. I should probably put that on my bar. I don't know what I was doing with this current setup. It's been long enough ago. Oh yeah, aren't we excited to see this another 2 or 3 times? I know I'm not. We've only been in this map for 5 minutes, and it feels like it's been 2 or 3 times that. Because it's just so tedious. Wow. I haven't even gotten to 100 hours on this account yet. 16 months. It's been a little over a year. Yeah, here's a miniature Temple Guardian. Give me my augmented flesh. It's going straight to my bank account. Oh, yeah. Yeah, Frenzy. Woo! Now we have the Menagerie. Duskblade. What do Duskblades look like? Eh. As a Moa bird, Yujo. Eaten. Eventually, I'll replace this pet. I want to get a Black Widow on this character. That does require me going to the Underworld, which is a ways off, but like you have to have ascended first, etc. Or done the equivalent thereof. Also, I wouldn't want to go there below level 20. You have to go kind of far off as well. So I'd kind of want to go with somebody who knows what they're doing. Hey, Star Stuff. At this point, I'm trying to get up to 10 across this account. Also, I just looked down and saw that you were there. Don't quite know when you dropped by, but welcome. I want to get the daggers for my assassin and the bow for my ranger. I'm happy to get more than that. I'll probably continue, like, doing stuff. Just to continue, you know, the quest for skills. I guess moss spiders are also a pet, but they're kind of a pain. I think you either have to get lucky with a Nick gift, or you have to, like, buy them from the menagerie for a bunch. I think is how that works. I'm not likely to do Nick gift stuff anytime soon, so farming Nick gifts has never been my idea of a good time. Yeah, exactly. That's the problem. And, like, it's not that Miniature Chosen State takes a super, super long time. It takes like 10 minutes, but compare that to Chahbek Village, which can take about a minute, and it's just so much worse. But yeah, that's the thing. Because I did some of this. I got some proofs on my main account, on just, like, off stream, and it was much faster. Because I can go, like, Curb Stomp, Shiro, and Abaddon, and the Augury Rock, and just quickly run through the Great Northern Wall and stuff. So it's like a bunch of these super fast missions. I guess you could do it on Viking Waters too, because if you get that right, it's also super quick. Okay, I want to pop back to LA and talk to Magi Malaquire. Thank you. Yes, please. Okay. Now I want to go back over there. Oh, hey. Guild member. Neat. Well, alliance member. Don't feel like I've seen that often in the past. Okay. I want to go pick up Bip. I think going from... Actually, let's go to the Bajunkin Pier first while I'm here, because I should be able to advance one of the quests. Is Bajunkin Pier over this way? Yeah, it is. But yeah, when you can, like, easily get 5... I also did Grand Court of Sibelka, which if you do it smoothly is also, like, less than 5 minutes. So it's like... You know, pretty easy to get 5-6 proofs on a character, and then I come back to this account and I'm like, oh, I have to spend 3 hours getting far enough to be able to get 2 proofs. It's like, oh, this is a very different experience. But I already got like 15 or something on my main warrior that's gotten the furthest, so it's kind of like I'm at the point where it's all of the characters that I haven't played enough on and don't have very much progress that I'm having to go jump on to get stuff, so. Yeah. I mean, I've already gotten a lot of the decade weapons and stuff that I'm interested in on my main account, so it's just which of the new ones do I want. So, like, I picked up the daggers for an assassin on that one, who's an assassin ranger. But I don't know what else I'm gonna want to get. The big thing is just, like, the new weapon mods is the big sort of exciting thing in some regards. Do I want to go turn in that quest now? It's like... Oh, I could go turn this in. Let's go turn this in. I've done a couple of quests, so I should go ahead and turn them in. You know? Yeah. Regular safe to resume drinking. Yeah. Wow, that almost brought me to level 14. Nice. Let's see. Going home. Let's go turn this in. Because this is some good quick experience. I think Dragon's Blood guy is a different spot. And let's grab Sister Ty. But it's like the permanent editions of stuff that's kind of the most exciting. I do like these weapons just because they're kind of intriguing, but I actually don't like most of them. I find most of them pretty underwhelming. Where's... Oh. Okay, I need to go talk to somebody in Watchin' Bazaar. Never mind. It's a little bit more involved than I remembered. It's fine, but I should clear out my inventory maybe. So it's like the fact that they're a permanent drop off of gold weapons and things like that. That's more exciting. Okay, good. Imperial commendations accumulating there. Any of these notables? Okay, let's just go hit up the merchant. And like a lot of it is, you know, I've been doing low level stuff, so you're not going to get good drops from low level stuff anyway. Did I have any? Okay, I have 3 proofs of legend banked. So I just need another 5. So that's fine then. I don't have... Do I have any necro runes here? Brawlers. I have divine favors. Or not divine favors, vigors. I mean, I might as well. Well, I don't necessarily want to put a minor vigor on this, but I'm just going to want to replace it with a major later. So... Oh, right. You've dropped out of the party here. Whatever, we'll go with Guy. Be a little bit more defensive. Okay, so that guy's all the way down there. I mean, I might as well. I don't know what the best route to get to where I want to go is, to be quite frank. Kainu here has some really useful stuff. Stuff and things and things and stuff. Yeah, she makes silk and damask. Steel ingots are so overpriced. Vellum as well. Lonian leather square. Silk is also overpriced, to be honest. Because you can sometimes get it as a rare salvage. Steel you can also get as a rare salvage. But the thing is, like, steel wouldn't be as much of a problem if it wasn't, A, 10 iron ingots, which is way too many, and lumps of charcoal, and then 200 gold each. It's, like, worth less than 200 gold to buy from the rare materials crafter. So there's no way I'd want to spend 400 plus materials on crafting it. Like, crafting steel is such a last resort. I guess Enraged Lunge could be a useful elite to pick up. I'm planning on doing a lot of pet stuff. I may eventually, but it's lower priority. Yeah, part of the problem is charcoal is just, like, again, it's 200 to craft the steel ingot and 200 to craft the charcoal. So that's 400 total, just off of gold. And then you can expert salvage out something that's highly salvageable and get, like, 5 steel ingots or whatever or something. And it's just like, yeah, this is... I mean, you have to be lucky on that. But like charcoal is just so expensive, and so the costs just do not add up. They need to make it a lot cheaper. Wonder how much... Oh, there goes my level ups. No, we're not able to open that right now. No. Okay, hang on. What's going on here? There we go. I'm hitting the wrong buttons. That's what's going on here. Okay, let's allocate... I can do that. This is more efficient with attributes, so I'm going to do that. I could actually use a ranger staff wrapping or wand wrapping maybe for this character. Wouldn't be amiss anyway. But like, when I salvage the skate, there's a chance I'll get silk out of it. I didn't, but there's a chance. I need more leather, or tanned hide stuff. I was barely able to craft this max armor because I was running out of tanned hide. There's Captain Joran. I clearly have not been reading this quest. I forgot you had multiple people you needed to talk to. And one of the few Crichtons who still come to Cantha for trade. Ascalon looking for passage back home. I can help, but he'll have to earn his keep. I won't tolerate useless hands aboard the Sea Swift. Tell him to meet me at the docks, and I'll see that he gets as far as LA. He'll have to make his way from there to Ascalon himself, which is not a small task, quite bluntly, but hey, it's something. Okay, now I need to go to the Undercity, which, as we all know, is full of danger and pain and suffering. But it also has the Blood is Power boss, which I very much so would like to acquire a skill from. On account of it is one of the most useful skills to have access to, on account of energy management skills are very powerful. And being able to upgrade my blood rituals to Blood is Power is kind of a big deal. Flesh Golem would not be bad to capture as well, but that requires me to get to the Shaking Wing Skyway, which requires me to get through Nipui Quarter, and I don't feel like doing that on a level 14 Necromancer, no matter how max my armor is. I like these little gazebo thingies. Apropos of nothing in particular, just it being there. But I do quite like them. Yeah, these marksmen have good armor against elemental damage, which is, like, I'm running Deathly Swarm in part because it is elemental damage, which is good against lower level foes. Alright, the Undercity. Hive of scum and villainy and looking up maps. Chan is... Okay. Pretty much due north. That's what I was thinking, but I wanted to be sure before I wandered off and got myself super lost. Was Vec saying something about domesticating Char or something? Yeah. Those light beams are so cool. Like, they had obviously a lot of technical limitations that they were working with, but dang, did they work with them well. And it's just super impressive what they were able to do. Like, their art style is just very strong in this game. And it has a sense of aesthetic that Guild Wars 2 doesn't quite have. I like a lot about Guild Wars 2's visual aesthetic too, don't get me wrong. But Guild Wars 1 is a little bit more grounded in its fantasticalness, whereas Guild Wars 2 is much more flamboyant in a way. And there's something that I appreciate about the more toned down visuals. And there's a... In particular with like player characters, they've done a really good job of giving each of the professions their own fashion sense. And like there's a bunch of range and variation within that, but I like that a lot too. Yeah, those Ampha assassins are annoying. I remember during the slow playthrough, one of the things I tried to do was have the camera lower so you could see up more. Man, look at that. Like it's a really it's very moody and I like it. But doing good work over there. There's Chan, the Dragon's Blood. That's who I need. A lot of Ampha assassins over there, which I'm not super thrilled by. But, you know, here we are. Nope, he's still standing. Oh, that makes sense. There we go. BIP unlocked. Oh yeah. That is huge. Getting access to BIP is a big deal. There's a lot of little corners in this game, quite frankly. Like, even doing cartography, kind of scraping things, you're like looking at the edges and stuff, but you might not even be paying attention. Like, look at that bridge thing there. Isn't that cool? Anyway. BIP will make life so much easier for me in general. Okay, I'm going to go back to Kinding Center and I'm going to go turn in that going home quest. BIP is, I think, this character's first elite skill, which is cool, but also, like, not necessarily a skill I'm looking to be using, per se. Okay. I'm gonna go talk to Menlo now. Where is this guy? Down there? A little bit further, but that's fine. They're gonna be talking for a little while. Laundry. Like, part of it is third-person cameras are really bad for looking up. So if you play the game in first person, which you can do, It makes it easier to actually like see the sights. It does make your situational awareness like massively worse, but it does let you admire the scenery better. So there's some advantages as well. I feel like whenever I do this quest, this guy always ends up under attack, and the reason is because I have Chasing Zenmai, which spawns some enemies right over here. Like, look at this. It's the mix of buildings that in particular gets me, because I like mixed aesthetics like that. I like contrasts. So it's really neat, and I really enjoy it. Should be able to get me back to where Menlo and et al. Are. Ow. I guess I have the BIP now. I really don't want to use it when these guys are pounding my face in, though. My goodness. There you go. A bit of healing. Here, Ogden, have some energy. It's not much because I'm not spec'd for it, but I mean, it still is some energy. It's like 10 energy or something. Yeah. Oh, did I? Yeah, it looks like it. Or did I? Dropped there like frame drops or something? Okay, hang on. I am... Okay, this maybe doesn't go the way that I want. I don't feel like fighting Wing right now. Well, unless I get his axe drop, which would be really good for my warrior, even though I don't actually like the aesthetics of it very much. Let's just go back this way. Now I'm wondering if I'm going to have to worry about multiple files or multiple things to export. Oh, that's a lot of afflicted. Okay. Glad to hear the stream's okay now. I'm not showing any additional frame drops. I had a connection issue earlier, though, so I don't know. Network stuff is complicated. These guys are good experience points for me. I'm surprised my pet hasn't leveled up yet, actually, fighting these guys. Need to spam Predator's Pounce is what I need to do. Ow. That's my face. That is my face. I need to remember I have a big heal. In the form of Soul Feast. Yeah, monks got to me in time, but yeah, that was a little scary. Huh, and yeah, my pet is still level 12. Interesting. Okay, okay, we're alive. We're getting a piece of wood from our Earth Scrolls, because of course we are. I think plague idols? Yeah, these have iron in them. Nice. Okay, hang on. Where is... Yep, yep. Well, I'm not going to do Vizina Square, but I will go to Vizina Square. That is what I have decided. And then I want to go to Chahbek Village, which is going to be a little bit of a trek. Do I have Sun Spears and Lion's Arch? Yeah, Sun Spears and Kryda. And I can turn in Malaquire's Test. I can also turn this one in. Blood of the Master and Bestial Pounds. I don't... Blood of the Master is a good skill, but I'm also not, like, anxious to do it, as it were. Alright, you take care, Star Stuff. Thank you. Thanks for watching the VODs, too. I appreciate that. Please don't stand over there. I like the coordination on these two. With their, like... It's kind of a purpley pink. And then the teal. But it's not a bright teal, it's a darker teal. Looks really good. They're sometimes henchmen. Jamie, I don't like you hanging out over there. Feels precarious. I especially want to get my Mesmer moved further, especially now that I have BIP. Having access to BIP is a huge deal. But having better Mesmer elites would be really good because of Gwen. Since Gwen is such an early hero that you get. And right now I think I have just Crippling Anguish, so I'm really limited in that regard. So I'd like to fix that. A Leech Signet type skill, eh? I do like Blessed Light. But I'm actually doing okay on Monk Elites on this account right now. I've managed to get enough that's like, yeah, these are competent skills. We have a large group that we're traveling with right now. Can't see the henchman's energy level, so I don't know if they need bips or not. I mean, capping that off of Jin is not a bad thing, but... Man, it feels bad to be interrupted by Dragon Stomp. Here, I'm gonna help out Vivek a little bit with energy. It's really not worth using a spip that much, but it's also just there, so I can. You know? Yeah, we were over there. Or no, we were looking down this way towards Wing earlier. Ooh, that was a real doozy of a Melandry strike. Ow. I'm burning through my energy real fast. Okay, now it's time to walk through the molasses-like ward against foes. Not using my hex right off the bat here because of the mesmers that have the hex removal skill. Which makes that option feel a lot worse. Yep, there's the stomp. Pet stuck on something. You can see because it still has this attack skill. Oh, good. Level 13 now. It takes a while for pets to level up. They don't get any of the quests from experiences or anything, so it's just killing enemies. So that slows them down a lot. Yes, please send us there. The world no longer has favor for the gods. That's the message that popped up at the end there. Level 15. Just churning through levels now. But now you can see Emmy and Chio are available options, which is nice. More iron ingots. Always welcome. Always welcome. I'm going to ID this chaos staff, though, for selling purposes. Is it easy to do this in LA? I don't know. I'm going to go talk to the Shunlai chest here. At least, and drop stuff off. I think I'm at 4 Imperial accommodations with this one, but if I'm at 5, I'll go get the Superior Salvage Kit. I am at 4, yeah, as I thought. It's 5 to get the soup kit, so... Soup kit. For making soup. Superior soup. Perhaps. Okay. To Lion's Arch. I kind of want to keep Bip on here. I'm gonna just put minions on instead. I do want to go talk to the Magi at Malaquire. Thank you. Happy to get that. Oh, they have Sadis Salvitas here. How much does she sell pink dye for? This used to be the only way to get pink dye, was from Sadie. Okay, it's 100 gold a piece. Then they added it as a drop, so I'm not like that excited about getting it, but this used to be the only way of getting pink dye. So it's for breast cancer awareness. I think normally in October she shows up. But they have like a bajillion extra things that go on during this time, so. Okay, I could add a henchman, but they'd be level 10 and therefore in the way more than they would be a help. So I want to go do this quest. And I might be level 15, but I also have max armor now at this point, so that is a huge difference. People talking in all chat there. I think this is go talk to Cormier. It's a little bit more involved. You have to actually like fight some enemies and stuff, so. It's probably easier to go to Cantha and then to Nightfall, but eh. Hello, folks. Cormier, hello. We are ready to do this fight. Nope, that's my face. Stop hitting my face things. Ow. I need to get some an insignia. Probably on my shoes. That used to be the only spot you could get it, so it's like the spot where I always put it. My minions are pretty pathetic, though. They're only level 12 right now. Yeah, 10 death magic. I mean, it's not terrible, but when I'm used to running with that plus masochism on my main account, I've been MMing there pretty regularly lately. And they're like level 20, 21. I just feel a little anemic in comparison. Get that Wrathful Storm is what we need to take care of. Max level gold drops that are like, you know, actual quantities of money, kinda. Almost. Are nice. Split 5 ways, that's 20 gold a person, so. Okay, now we just need to go close this rift. Torment claws are kind of a problem. Good thing we have so much hex removal. I don't see that meteor shower. I don't even know whose meteor shower that is. But I'm pretty sure it ain't ours, because I don't have it on any of these guys. Yay! Woo! Okay. At this point, I just need to wait for this timer to finish counting down, and we will be in Ilona, Land of the Golden Sun. Has a particular way of pronouncing things that I kind of like. Very striking to me. Oh, I guess I need to go talk to Cormier first. I kind of want to let this cutscene play, though.
Ilona, land of the golden sun. A land of wealth and bounty. A land of heroes.
Hey, Salty Grease.
A land protected by its champions, the Order of the Sun Spears. A shadow now falls upon this land.
This is an important
Of an ancient and forgotten darkness.
important story part where Cormier is awakening the Apocrypha.
Falls. The time of the five gods is at an end.
Yeah, I remember getting the arena, but that was like back in 2005, 2006. So it's really cool that there's so many people playing and making new characters that the ending of pre-searing arena is actually happening again. I think that's really neat. And that makes me happy to know that that's happening. Level 2 Emi plus 7 Necro is better than level 6 RW and 7 Mesmer, apparently. Interesting. Okay. I guess my priorities are go get costs. I do want to go... Yeah, and then probably hit up Sunspear Great Hall. Hi, you're going to be like, what are you doing here? Hey, Cormier. Thank you. Yes, and I get those heroes. Okay. Sasuke, let's give you... And I've been watching Naruto Shippuden, and aside from Naruto being just an absolute... I do not like Naruto as a character at all. Or I mostly don't. We're going to grab Sasuke because Sasuke is better. I don't have to worry about equipping him, and casters are generally better than martial attackers. But anyway, just seeing Sasuke there is making me think of Sasuke from Naruto. Which friggin' Naruto is unable to get through his head that his friend went off and did something different on his own. Something that Naruto didn't want him to do. It's like, come on, dude. You do not own him. This is like an abusive relationship, except the person that you're attempting to be possessive of is actually able to escape you. Naruto is not role model, okay? He's not role model material. That's all I'm saying. Hot take. Naruto Uzumaki is not a role model. I recently got the urge to rewatch Makunochi Ippo the Fighting. Aha. I recently rewatched Overlord. Also not a role model. Ainz Algun is not a role model, but is very interesting. Our boy is not a hero, and they very much so want you to know that fact. Okay, let's get Kos, Milani, and Dunkoro in here. The less bad equipment. I also need to get Talcora her less bad equipment, but we'll worry about that momentarily. But yeah, and then I've like rewatched So I'm a Spider, So What again while I was waiting for the light novels from the library. I finished reading the books now, but yeah, there's only so much you can do. Yeah, with Overlord. Yeah, I kind of figured you're talking about Overlord. I like Overlord a lot. It has some really interesting concepts going on in it. It does kind of... I would like more of it, but... because I do like a lot of what it's doing. Let's see... Ranger... yeah, I mean, that's fine. I don't know why they've arranged you exactly the way that they have, but... no, charge... Antidote Signet. I'm gonna give you a Symbolic Strike. Savage Slash. That makes sense, reading the webcomics. I used to read a ton of webcomics back in the day. But it's been a while. Actually, I'm going to give you Wild Blow because I think that makes sense. So much of his damage is coming from this dealing plus 36, so... good times indeed. Yeah. Yeah, I bet. That would be a lot of progress. Kind of wanted to go the Antidote Signet route on her as well. I like doing stuff with Earth Prayers, but I'd rather focus on her Scythe Mastery and Mysticism. And that's just such a good elite that it's hard not to want to run it. Bummer. But that's how it goes sometimes. Already up to date. What can you do? Your Enchanted Haste. Move fast are always good. Heaven's Delight. Let's get rid of most of this. Glyph of Lesser is really useful. And Dwayna's Kiss. Yeah, that should be fine. Mostly focus on Word of Healing. I need more elites on this character. Yeah, I've been really enjoying the solo leveling anime as well. And I really, really like the light novel for So I'm a Spider, So What. Like, the anime is solid, but it has some issues. Like, they definitely ran out of budget a little, or were pretty strapped on budget. You can tell, like, partway through. Oh, for solo leveling? That's a rather open-ended statement. Did you like it and you're not sure if they would have adapted it poorly, or did you dislike it and you're not sure if you would enjoy it? Because I've definitely enjoyed the anime adaptation so far. But I've not read the comic. I mean, that's fair. I couldn't tell you since I have not seen the or haven't read the webtoon. For what it's worth, I think that they capture the action really well. Or like, I like the action and the action animation for the most part and stuff. And I definitely get like a sense of how significant the main character's power is. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I know how that goes. Like, so with So I'm a Spider, So What, the light novels are written as like internal monologues of the perspective characters. So there's a lot of like stuff where it's difficult for them to convey certain things in the anime, and it's like, okay, I appreciate this, but it also like did not capture the fullness of this moment or things like that. Like there's a significant encounter fairly early on in the total story, and it's like you see both perspectives from it, and both perspectives are extremely valuable, and they like, it's really tough for them to do that properly in the anime adaptation, because there's just so much like subtlety and nuance of terms of like what's happening in that and like the reactions that are happening, and it's just, you kind of, it struggles to be able to, because it can't really portray both perspectives properly. So and then there's just like towards the end of the anime, because it does some time jumping, and it the way that they have chosen to arrange the scenes in the anime gets confusing. But I felt like Solo, I mean, I don't know, again, with how Solo Leveling does things in relation to the whole story of the actual webtoon, but I definitely have enjoyed how they've been handling stuff. It goes through, season 2 goes through Jeju Island, like reclaiming Jeju Island from the ants. If that gives you any point of reference. Yeah. So there's it's that big like S tier hunters coming together. Hunter Cha almost like basically practically dies and is sort of saved at the very end, sort of thing. And it also covers him making the elixir that heals his mother. If that is a helpful reference point. I definitely feel like they built up like that it's a big problem. Like the ants are starting to show up. I definitely feel like it was several episodes of like building up the significance of that for what that's worth. So okay. If I want to do, okay, right now what I want to do is I want to go back to Chahbek Village. Like, it was really clear that those ants are like, we need to get this group together to like, they did a lot of setting up in, I can't tell you which season is which at this point offhand, but I feel like fairly early on you get the significance of the failed initial efforts with it, and like how dangerous that was, and then transitioning from that to like I feel like throughout the anime they've like just occasionally checked in on the ant situation and been like, they're flying now, they're beginning to attack the main, like they're getting closer to the mainland, this is going to be a problem, we have to like put together a group to deal with this. And then there's like, it feels like several episodes of getting a group together, and there's this whole like build up to oh, I forget his name, soon whatever, the main character. There's a whole build up to like him getting the things he needs to be able to make the elixir to cure his mom. And then he's kind of in like, well, I don't know what now. Like I've kind of like done the thing that I wanted to do. No, I need to send them to Area 1 first. And then he like sticks some dudes on in the shadows of the people who are actually going, but he's just like, maybe I don't feel like going to this island. And it feels like there's a bunch of like a couple of episodes worth of prep where like previously there's been like intercut, like this is a problem that we're needing to deal with, sort of thing. So I don't know, I enjoyed it. I definitely would say if you liked the webtoon, at least give it a try. There's probably going to be stuff where you're like, they could have done that better, but I don't know. Maybe it'll be everything you hope for. Sometimes that stuff isn't really able to... Like, adaptation is a difficult job. I feel like adapting a manhwa or a manga is into an anime is probably easier than a light novel, depending upon the way the light novel is written, but... Let's see. Chahbek Village is that way. Okay. Past point 2. Okay, I want to go pick up my 2 gold coins. This is really not worth the seconds. Yeah. No, I know what you mean. It's... You have to know what sort of things are important foreshadowing setup to really be able to do it properly. Because you need to know what stuff you can cut and other things. Yeah, and you definitely want to like set stuff up so you don't have things just coming out of nowhere as well as part of it. It's like, you know, I've been watching the Wheel of Time adaptation on Amazon. And like my sister's read the books, and it sounds like the books have the slog and other problems that they run into, where Robert Jordan was basically given a blank slate to write as much as he wanted. And it's like, okay, maybe this was not the best of plans, because then it like, and it has other like narrative problems and things from what she's described. So it's like, you know, there's some hope that the adaptation can maybe be a bit more of a streamlined, focused experience that knows what the actual story is trying to be and draws that line better than the original books did. So you can kind of run into those sometimes as well. But yeah, I don't know. Like I said, I've been enjoying Solo Leveling's anime, so. But it requires somebody who's actually read through it to know if they seem to be covering things well enough. Mm-hmm. I'm going to ignore those gold drops because they are too insignificant to spend time on. I've only recently come up with this strategy of flagging my heroes around while I shoot barrels of oil at things in order to be able to streamline this whole thing. But it makes it take like a minute or two. Cuts down on time. Cuts down 3 seasons of 4 to 8 hours by 130 episodes each into 1.5 hours each into
Yes.
120. Yeah. Oh, okay. Yeah, sounds like that's a lot of simplifying things. Didn't entirely follow that, but it's okay. More death magic and more soul reaping. Excellent. I'm happy to have more of both of those. Where have I got battle commendations? Right here. Am I collecting scale fins for soup anywhere? Well, I seem to be. These are Talcoras, and these are pieces of junk that I can sell to the merchant. Excellent. It's kind of like 2.5 thousand hours. Content from the original down to 600 hours. Original to streamline. That makes sense. Yeah, I mean, it's the sort of thing when you have so much, it can be daunting for people to feel like, oh, I need to catch up on all of this. Hey, Copper Corky. All skills, period. Yeah, so this is a newer account. I guess I made it 16 months ago or something. So a bit over a year ago. And I've on my original account, I had all skills unlocked relatively early on, like as things came out, because I played my main account since 2005. But I thought, you know, the process of unlocking skills is interesting, and I want to go through that again. So I was like, some years ago when it was on a sale around like Black Friday or whatever, I picked it up, a new account, and so I've been making my way through that, working on just unlocking all skills, because like the builds that you can make and stuff are limited by what skills you have access to and things like that. So it's also been interesting just seeing like, okay, how does this affect what I have for finances and things like that as well. I guess I might as well go out from here. Not sure exactly where they want me to go for this one. But it's a good question. Yeah, so UAS is unlock all skills. UAX is usually what I've heard referred to, which is basically unlocking everything. So that includes all of the runes and weapon mods and stuff. I'm not worried about that. I'm just focused on unlocking skills. But it's kind of a slow process because, like, I need to advance a bunch of characters through the campaigns, and I need to build up funds, and I'm not getting any help from my main account that way for funds or resources or anything. So, it's been an interesting experience. Sometimes a bit slow, but like right now, also during the anniversary event, I'm specifically trying to get proofs of legend available to me, so that way I can get some of the weapons that are available there. And in particular, I've been wanting to get the new daggers for my assassin. I already got a bunch on sort of the main character for this account, which is a warrior, but a lot of people have gotten second or third accounts. Yeah. Yeah, you can just do the unlock pack for sure if you want to. Yeah, it'll be for your characters. Yeah, and like I have this program that I made a while back to challenge myself. So like you can generate codexes to limit the skills that you have access to, or and you can, there's some settings you can change. There's other challenges that you can roll if you want to. For adding challenges. There's a template draft, which is based on a thing Wooden Potatoes had done. Yeah. And then there's the Skill Booster League, which is this idea of like, oh, you get so many copies of skills, and you can add more skills as you go. I did a bunch of this stuff for various things. So like I made this in order to do challenges, and if you want to, there's I think it's like exclamation point. Yeah, exclamation point tool. It looks like if you want a link to download this off of GitHub. But there's a bunch of things here that you can adjust. Yeah, and the video overview. And there's also just a template code parser if you want to read template codes. But so I did a slow playthrough, and I used the Skill Booster League with that, as I recall correctly. And what I meant by a slow playthrough is I was like going through, looking at all the lore, taking things slowly, not accessing my bank and stuff like that. So I did that like quite some number of years ago. I should check to see if there's any elite skills that I want to be capturing off of this. That would be good to know. During quests. Okay. It looks like Reaper's Mark might be capable here, which would actually be pretty good. Yeah, makes sense. I found it to be a fun way of adding additional... I'm going to go ahead and replace Sulfies, I think, with this. Of adding additional challenges to... Because I enjoy the buildcraft aspect of the game. So it's a way of challenging you on buildcraft. You do kind of need to have everything unlocked already for it, but if you're in that position, then like it affords you a way of sort of exploring, of challenging your buildcraft and stuff. So a lot of my older streams, the VODs on my YouTube channel, will explore some of that, or be using that and stuff. I enjoyed the slow playthrough, but... Yeah, Iron Man's type stuff, I think, is the main sort of challenge that people talk about. That's definitely the sort of thing that I hear people talk about. It's like, I sometimes like the idea of doing a, quote, challenge run, unquote, of Guild Wars 2, where I play without the minimap on. And be like, okay, now I have to actually learn how to navigate. Because I feel like that's something that maybe I don't have practice at. Actually navigating those Guild Wars 2 maps. Not that the map helps you in friggin' Tangled Route. Yeah. I mean, it'd be interesting to play this game without, like, the compass or using this map either. And, like, you can still look at a map by going to this, but it's a much more deliberate thing, right? I mean, that would be another challenge run that you could do. Just, like, lose access to skills. You'd want a D8 before you did it, at least in this game. You wouldn't want to do it in Guild Wars 2. There's things I enjoy about Guild Wars 2, but it has its problems too. Well, if they like card games, trading card games, and and making decks in those, I can definitely recommend this as an experience that will scratch that itch. Well, I didn't expect to get the Necromancer right off the bat, but here we are. Yeah, now is the time to buy accounts. They have that new Ultimate account that they made, and it's only $8. That is absolutely accurate. And there's some stuff in Nightfall that's real dark. I've talked about it like in the slow playthrough, but yeah, Guild Wars 2 at this point, particularly with the newer campaigns, is a lot better than the vanilla experience. It took me a long time before I was ready to give it another try, though, just because I found vanilla so boring. Okay, I need this person off of my face. Okay, we might be slightly over aggroed. Yeah, I felt that one coming. Okay, hang on. Let's flee. Now would be a great time for Cost to have the thing available. Yeah, storage panes are also super affordable right now. I definitely have gotten some from my main account. I also accidentally got a material storage for my main account. Whoops. Okay, good. Cost got Melania up. Yeah, I tend to like to keep extra stacks of common materials lying around. But those did not, like, they took up maybe half a bank tab, and so regular bank tabs would be way more useful, and it was just a mistake. Okay. Let's wait for this group to separate. And let's try to avoid aggroing 9 enemies at once. Actually, let's just... It's not like I've super farmed, it's just, you know, you accumulate stuff when you don't need to spend it, right? It's just salvaging drops. don't feel like Reaper's Mark is an amazing elite. Man, Johann seems to be really tanky, which is not ideal feeling here. I'm definitely going to be curious to see... there's probably stuff on the wiki already about some of those pre-order bonus skins and stuff, but I'm curious if it's just like you can actually get the weapons as well, or how all of that works. But I like the idea of picking up the Glacial Blade daggers. I think those are probably pretty sweet. I was wanting Law and Order for a long time as well, which, I mean, I'd still be happy to get. That's the Warren Kryda green. But those drop so infrequently. What's the recharge on that? 15 seconds? Yeah. For sure. It's not the same, quite the same thing. There's quite a few notes to look at. I don't know in the case of all of them or exactly what's going on with all of them. Some of them are skins, but I kind of get the impression some of them might just be the pre-order weapons as well. Or like the bonus stuff rather than pre-order. I don't know, it sounds like they're doing different things with different things. So, I'm not entirely clear on how it all fits together. Mm-hmm. Just farms the specific things. Let's see, and then I can go do Consulate Docks, which is another one. I kind of want these guys to separate out a little bit here as they're doing a scatter. Yeah, that's what it sounds like. Just making more characters. Oh yeah, that makes sense. 3 for the new account. Yeah, that lets you get one of each profession and then have a perma-pre for 11 slots. I do have a perma-pre on my main account, but have zero interest in... I just want to keep the 8 character slots on this one. It feels correct to me. Even though that means I'm missing out on Ritualist and Paragon, my 2 least favorite professions. Yeah, most of these are under level 20 as well. I haven't unlocked hard mode on this account in any of the campaigns yet. Okay, time to go, what, get the quarries, I think? Gotcha. LDOA is a lot of work. I do like Warrior. Warrior's kind of... I don't know. One of probably my favorite profession in some regards. I have the most warriors. My main account's perma-pre is a warrior necro. But like my character that's most towards Guam is a dervish, so I just need to finish cartography, basically. Cartography and the consumption titles. Yeah, good old 100 blades. Well, like, my warrior was kind of my original main character. And I remember farming for Elite Gladiator, as was the fashion at the time. Before they had an Elite Gladiator helmet, mind you. So everybody used, like, the Chawhide helm. And I was doing griffin farming. Like, I just started doing griffin farming, and it felt like not long after they closed that down. Yeah. I mean, Ranger is definitely super flexible. I like Assassin and Dervish, though, for the same reason. These guys feel scattered enough to start assassinating them on the edges. Dervish in particular, because you have some really strong energy management options there with Radiant Scythe. Sure. And then there's the, like, Unwaking Waters farm. Yeah. Good old together as one. Yeah. I'm a little weary about getting too close. Probably should be okay. Oh yeah, these guys are pathetic for the most part. Except for their commanders. Debating on doing a Sorrow's Furnace run tonight. Yeah, Sorrow's Furnace is a great way of getting experience points, and that's basically it. Unfortunately, it was from the old school era of what are rewards. Oh, it looks like these guys all leveled up. He's got weakness on him. $1410 hide squares is nice. I ran myself out making this armor. Literally had to salvage old pieces of armor in order to be able to get enough to finish this armor set. I know, right? Man, and Tanzan's cleaver and stuff. Victo's blade is still pretty sweet, but that's a different area entirely. I think some of them are, like, decent stats, depending upon what you want. But yeah, farming... But, like, those are easier to farm in Grunt's Footprint anyway than it is to actually go through Sorrow's Furnace. Hey, that'll make it an exciting and fun experience. It'll be like fresh content all over again. The main reason why I do Sorrow's Furnace anymore, as if I ever did it much in the first place, is to get the Black Moa check, since you have to finish Sorrow's Furnace to unlock the fight where you hatch the egg. The Black Moa check mini. That thing's a whole endeavor. Oh, sure. Okay. Let's wait for these guys to split up some. Looks like we got a few people after us. None of them are labeled bosses, so they should be fine. Yeah. I can definitely tell that my knowledge of the game is rustier than it was when I was kind of in my heyday of streaming it like 5 years ago. Roughly. Don't like that. Smite hex. Good old Balthazar's pendulum. Did he just like insta one-shot my minion with banish? Is that what I just saw? I mean, yeah, I'd believe it. It's like quintuple or like 8-fold damage or something. Holy boss, and so boss doubles, holy to double, and then summon thing doubles again. So that's, yeah, that's 8 times. Wow. Absolutely wrecking that thing. Okay, let's leave this party and grab Sasuke Talcora. We can get Dunkor back in here. Sure, that's fine. Okay, I just want to get the experience points on them. Okay, let's see. I for inventory. Wow, that's a lot of stuff. Okay. Talcora, let's give you the stronger stuff. Weird. Huh. Okay, well, that's certainly not 100% equivalent. You can get the pet online pack. It was a name change for my piercer. Oh. Yeah. I get you there. Deny hexes. And shield of deflection. Okay, that should be fine. Oh yeah, Sasuke. I need more resurrection skills besides resurrect, but here we are. You definitely don't need Glyph of Lesser. I don't know what this nonsense is. I'm gonna dual attune you. You hear that, boy? Dual attune. You're gonna like it. And you're gonna spam Breath of Fire. Probably. Yeah. I can fight one Char, but not two. Yep. Yep. I know that feel. Okay. Let's just assume a lot of these are not worth much. Ooh, a 14% strength and honor mod. That's like good enough to hang on to without being actually good, you know? A lot of these are not good. Some of them are, though. Okay. apple cider, bottle rockets, victory tokens, champagne poppers, and crafting materials can go in the bank where they belong. Something about West Virginia. Let's actually put this staff over here as well. Oh yeah, bank slowly but surely filling up with random detritus. That is the way of the world. Okay. Do I have... Okay, I am pretty high ranked in the Sun Spear, which means I should be able to get some... The Sun Spear Rebirth Signet and some hero skills. Thank you. Sun Spear skills. Yes, Necrosis, please. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. Let's grab Never Rampage alone. Some of these other ones are probably worth picking up at other points in time. Vampirism is decent, for example. But 6, okay. Yeah. Give me Shambling Horror. What ranger skills do you offer? I don't know if I get Disrupting Lunge elsewhere, so I'm not going to grab either of these. Storm's Embrace is a weird one. Okay. Signalman. Give me Nightfalls. Thank you. I need to also make sure I pick up Shiro's Revenge. Do they have better quartermasters anywhere? Or is it just like these ones that give you these expert salvage kits? Or these ones that give you like regular kits and Astani keys? I don't know. I don't know the answer to that question. Can I just go into Sugar Fields from Chahbek Village, or do I have to do the thing? I'm just going to assume I have to do the thing and just leave from here. There's not a specific... No, I just rally the Sun Spears. Okay, cool. Let's go do Consulate Docks. I'll probably wrap up the stream at that point. I've been going long enough. You know what? I'll have a good moment to stretch again when we're listening to these guys prattle. I might pick up one of the weapons first, though. I don't know. I don't know if I'll be able to stream tomorrow or not either. Not sure how that's going to fit. I might be able to in the afternoon. My afternoon. That'll be a thing for me to determine then. Something where you go to sleep and go to work the next day. Okay, you take care, Salty Grease. You have a good sleep. It's important to stand at attention when your commander is speaking, but maybe you can just stay in it and not repeatedly spam the emote. These heroes repeatedly spamming attention is really funny. Okay, Carmier. Back to the consulate. Clerk Arlon we'll talk to later, I'm sure. You're gonna give me a cutscene here. I don't want a cutscene here. I want these quests. Okay, let's see. Us, Milani, Beck, and Gwen. Sure, that sounds acceptable. Really wish I had more elites to give you. I just have crippling anguish under illusion magic, but I kind of am content not putting that on her bar right now. Deathly Swarm is probably not quite worth it. Probably better off doing Shambling Horror. Let's say that I am. Okay. I am promoted in level 17. Does anybody need attributes allocated? Yeah, okay, you're not missing out exactly. Okay, well, this will have to do. Okay. I don't like not having 8 attribute points I don't have allocated though. Well, not much for it. Yeah, let's go ahead and do this and see how it goes. I don't think there's anything that I'd want to capture here. Maybe my pet will level up. That would be exciting. Been doing a lot of this mission lately too. Is it giving attribute point boost to anybody? No, doesn't look like it. That's fine. What's my max minion count anyway? It's like 7 probably. I know it's 10 at 16. So I think it's 2 plus 1 per 2 levels. As I don't have the bonus on this yet, it behooves me to go get it. Man, I miss Aura of the Lich. I should probably be running barbs with this many physical attackers, but Kaboom! Ha! Or Melander's Assault. It's an AoE pet attack. Yes, 7 is my max right now. Ah, the days before maximum minion counts. Ooh, a gold armor set. Interesting, interesting. What wonders will it hold, I wonder? Let's find out. Superior Axe Mastery. Okay. That's probably getting merchanted, because it was worth 300 some odd gold. And Superior Axe Mastery is probably worth 200. A buy. Yeah, you gotta talk to Narashi. Hello. I'm also making reinforcements. Invalid spell target, you say? Oh, my pet died. I'm like, why is all my skills disabled on cooldown? That explains it. Ooh, that is a lot of cloth. Don't mind if I do. I'm kind of enjoying this, like, minion and pet joint style. Well, it'll be easy to make my Mesmer armor once I can afford to. Well, I probably need rare crafting materials also. Forget how many of those you need until you go to make the armor, and then it's like, oh, that's actually a thing I need. Okay, I seem to have discovered the land of gold armors, which I certainly welcome. I think I've gotten my microphone in a better position this time. My shoulder is getting a little sore from it, though. What do we get this time? Superior illusion magic, you say? Interesting. The worst part of those sieges is their interrupt effect. I'm gonna swap these because I feel like I'm pushing that when I don't mean to. Okay, I accept this, but it's very strange. Suddenly I'm a huge streak of gold armors. Superior motivation. Neat. Yeah, you can see the rune is unlocked as well, so like you unlock all kinds of things. Pet leveled up. So that's good. Any loot over there I need to be picking up? Doesn't look like it. I'm going to make a couple more minions before heading on to the LA boss that's over there. Yeah, that's why. That boss hits like a truck. Okay. Boss down. I will want to make sure to capture that on my LA when I bring her through here, but that's a little ways off. Still need to go do that harbor clear thing that I did earlier on this character. Oh, yeah. Ah, some nice putrid bile. Okay. A bunch of the heroes just got levels. I'm going to worry about that more later. I'm going to lose access to costs after this. That's acceptable. Does block access to Chahbek village, so... As I discovered recently on some random character, I think it was while I was streaming. I don't know what his body blocking costs, but something is. Man, their formation is utterly broken now. Not that that matters exactly, but... Okay, that's everything we need for the bonus. Hey, Lonai. I don't know who has better minions between me and Lonai, but I know who has the better pet. Lonai has no pet. I win by default. But winning by default is still winning. Technically. Okay. Whew. A bunch of experience points, some money, a bunch of skill points. Cost has been captured. Talk to some grumpy old man about it. Hey, your son's been captured. I know you don't care that much, but, like, still. Level, do some investments across the board. Yeah, these guys were already level 20, so they don't count. Let's get Mox's button here. Cool. I wanted to pop to the guild hall and clear out my inventory a little bit and take an assessment of where I'm at. Let's see, victory tokens here, proofs are here. So I need 3 more. That's pretty decent. I need to ID some stuff. Major curses. Neat. Don't really have much use for that, to be honest. Blessed and attunement. Those are both probably valuable. Definitely happy to up my stores with some of these materials. I don't know if these can salvage the steel ingots or not. Okay. Definitely gonna merchant these weapons off. Rune Trader. Blessed is 1.9. Okay, attunement's not worth very much right now. So Blessed is absolutely coming out of here. Yeah, I will take the 1.5 plat. Thank you. Let's see. Powerbound Superior Axe. Superior Axe, yeah, this is just worth a base. Powerbound is a ranger one that's not worth anything either. Okay, so that's just getting merchanted. Major Curses is probably not worth anything. No, Soul Reaping is, Curses is not. So I'm just going to merchant that off. It's probably going to be less than 100 gold, so. Attunement, that is still valuable enough that it's worth salvaging it out. Because it's worth more than that. That armor was worth 24 gold, and that was worth 190 or whatever. Stormbound and Superior Illusions. Is Superior Illusions worth anything? Yes, Superior Illusions is worth something. Is it worth more than this? Probably by a little bit. It's honestly actually worth hanging on to, though, because I'm going to have a character that's going to want to use it. Radiant and Superior Motivation. Okay, so Motivation is not worth anything. I didn't think it would be. Radiant is worth a little bit. This is probably better to just sell. But Radiant, you can see its value is 210. So I'm probably going to hang on to this actually because it'll save me money to just use it. This is going to lose me money if I don't sell it. So I'm going to sell it to the merchant. It's worth too much to not just sell. I want a fresh ID kit, please. And I do think I'm going to grab a Soup Death rune here. I'm not going to use it right away. Oh, I do want the Bloodstained insignia as well. Yeah, Superior Death. This I'm going to put on my boots because that's where it goes. I do want to eventually put this on here, but I want to wait until I'm higher level and it's taking a lesser percentage of my maximum HP. Okay. So I need 3 more of those, which is a decent spot to be at. So Assassin, I can do 2 runs of Minister Cho's Estate, 3 runs of Minister Cho's Estate and be there. I can do Chahbek Village, probably on this one though. And Chahbek's super fast. I might not have actually gone through here far enough to be able to do Chahbek Village. I'm going to see if I can quickly bang out these. Because if I can go ahead and finish up what I need with that, then next time I play it's just like doing random stuff. Which I'm happy to have that be the spot that I'm in, if you catch my meaning. What is this armor anyway? This is 45 stuff? No, that's a 60 helmet. And then a starter cane. Okay. This character is confusing me. I don't remember what I've done on her or what campaign I even started in. Okay, I started in... Yeah, okay, that makes sense. I'm still trying to accumulate monastery credits. So she's a faction character that I've gotten through... Thank you. Sasuke, please. Yeah, this all checks out. Because I wanted to use monastery credits in order to be able to get that. And I've gotten to the mainland, but like she's still using a mixture of Xingje armor with an Ascalonian top for some reason that is not explained to me. And there's a bunch of clipping in the waist, and it's not great, but what can you do? Sort of thing is kind of unavoidable. Oh, Psyche. That's a clever last name. Okay. Do you sell Runes of Holding? You do. Okay, I'm just gonna grab the I'm gonna grab commendations and do it that way. Okay. Cost, Takora... No, Dunkoro, Milani. 3, not F3. Thank you. F3 is a weapon set. Okay. Rune of Holding. There we go. Give me a copy of Nightfalls. Give Koss his vaguely improved swords. Okay. Still not max, but whatever. It's improved. Empty copy of Night Falls. Thank you. Don't have the Prophecies book yet. Have I even gone to Prophecies? Okay, I have not gotten promoted yet. Stellan Puba doesn't have a... Oh, I need to go do training. Okay. Yeah, I will do that in a moment. I did not set these heroes up at all. That is technically a mistake, but I am also not caring enough to correct it at the moment. Yeah, we're going to go with that. I am not caring enough at the moment to correct it. $45 AL is fine for the moment. I can probably potentially afford the better stuff. I don't know. I want to go pick up Sasuke. Iron-Tooth Drakes are good to kill when you see them because they can drop useful things. By which I mean chunks of Drake flesh that are necessary for some things. This is interrupt. If they're hexed, it can interrupt any skill. I know how to bonus effect while hexed. It does damage regardless, but if they're hexed, then it can interrupt anything. Which is nice. Yeah. I don't care about this tribal spear that's worth like 3 gold. I want a resurrection skill on you. I don't want a resurrect skill on him. The reason for that is pretty simple, actually. It's because you'll waste time resurrecting instead of... No, not Mesmer, Elementalist. He'll spend time resurrecting when I'd rather him spend that time keeping allies alive. I'm going to use a similar build to what I set up on the other iteration. I like having charge available. Okay. Let's go get ourselves an Acolyte Sasuke. Again. I seem to be doing that a lot, but you know. I prefer guard. I could be wrong about what these ones are. I think they're healers, aren't they? Man, this armor combo is a mess. Man, I missed Cyclone Axe. Kind of figured I would, but I still wanted to hit it. Oh, whatever. We got him. That's the important thing. Okay. Let's go to Sundocks and pick him up, and then continue on to Jura Fields and do the stuff there. I'm not gonna like go all the way to Consulate Docks on this character, but thank you. Yeah, more fast casting. Okay, Milani, you're getting the boot for Sasuke, who needs some help. No, that's the wrong direction. Wrong. And everything. No. Fire magic, please. Fireball, that's fine. You're being dual attuned. Remove Hex and Resurrect, please. Okay, thank you. Okay. Okay. Juggling too many buttons at once. Let's go to Fierce Spear Devad. Are arm braces really down to 35 ecto each? That seems like a really low price for an arm brace, but I don't actually know. One rep of Elemental is 10k. That seems like a reasonable price for that. I imagine that market has been very dynamic and fluctuating a great deal over the last week or so, however long it's existed. And I feel like I just did this. Oh, I'll be able to get Sunspear Rebirth Signet soon, so that'll be superior to that. Yes. The joke, of course, is that I did just do that. For those who weren't following along. Stretched my shoulder. Okay, so Chahbek on this would mean that I have 2 left to do. I could do Mr. Show's Estate on each one. And that would technically work. I'm going to capture this one first because I feel like it. I've been doing 2 first lately, and I don't think it matters. I mean, it's good that they make sure that you know how to... Whoops, I need to make sure I actually capture that area. Hang on, I forgot. Gotta wait for that meter to fill up. Or we've not done our job. There we go. Sosuke. Sosuke. Probably is the pronunciation. It's not Sasuke. Sosuke. Okay. Now you have to show off your ability to remove hexes, eh? Well, it is an ability you have, so I guess you might as well. But you are slowing things down by consistently doing so. Then we send him back to Area 1. And our training is complete. I don't think we got any loot drops. Nope, I don't see any. Okay, Chahbek Village. This place looks a little burnt, but you know, that's because it was. We are ready. Excellent. Let's sprint through this. Well, that went poorly for them. Now you can kill that boss. Send them over there. I can get throwing oil barrels at things. Again, this is very fast. Like 2 minutes, maybe. 1 to 2 minutes, which is really nice. Yeah, I should move them close enough to take out those last two. It still says a minute, so... Yeah, it's just super fast to run through. Now I can turn in command training. And go back to the Sunspear Great Hall, which should allow me to be able to turn in this other quest. Thank you for the loot. Okay. Let's drop stuff off. I guess I don't actually have anything to sell. This is all just stuff to drop off, so... Yeah, I just need 2 more. Make the people who get the things do a little bit of work. Okay, I'm going to go a bit longer than I intended, but it's just to do Minister Cho's estate another 2 times, which sounds awful, but well, it is. Let's do the Ranger first, I guess. Cool. Okay, let's go back to Minister Cho's estate. Not in the way that would be beneficial to her, but just in the way where I have to. Let's go pick up... Ooh, birthday present. Ooh, miniature Prince Rurik. Nice, 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 nice. Take me to Embark Beach. I'm going to go pick up the bow on her, which actually, ironically, would be useful because she is a ranger warrior. So getting the strength is actually more immediately useful than you might think. 5 of those bad boys off here. I'm going to pick these things up because I can. Priest of Menzies and the Fisher of Woe. Okay, that maybe is not an immediate. Ruins of Sirmia. Good old Ruins of Sirmia. Yeah, 44 sets probably better than... I mean, it depends upon how much you're trying to optimize random stuff. It always does. It's always what matters. Okay. Got it. Some of these other things would be nice to pick up. It'd be nice to pick up Prominence for her, for example. But, like, I'm not in a rush for any of these things, and I... Where's the... Falling Star? Falling Star is cool, but it's like... I would rather have this. Strength 5 is more useful, so... do I have the stats for this? No. It will just hang out. Okay, I need to go talk to the Canthan travel specialist, Shirayuki. If I don't have any expertise, can I get to 9 marksmanship? No. Okay. Well, I don't have any heroes either, so we're going to have to do this with henchmen, which is not ideal. Let's go with Mai. I like Mai. Okay, let's get in there. Yeah, this character's super early, and I can tell. It still is not going to be hard, but I'm going to actually have to pay minor amounts of attention instead of being able to, like, face roll it. That makes sense. And then I can go get the daggers on the assassin. Ugh, boy. I mean... I don't mind them doing some work for their stuff, but this is not a fun mission. While I'm waiting for them to open the gate, I'm going to open my window because it's getting hot in here. Finally. Oh, hi. You are really wanting my point blank shot. Yeah, it's definitely going to be more of a task to get through without level 20s and everything. Just curb stomping everything. It's still not going to be hard or anything, but... That's a pretty good shot. Point blank / Zildjian shot is a pretty good skill, though. I can see why my Acolyte Jin is so pathetic on my warrior, though, because this character has, like, made no progress, so... You want to see a better example of this mission? See Chahbek Village that I do in less than 2 minutes. Whereas this one takes more like 10. I think that they put more information in the, like, you just started a new character thing as well, or, like, it's arranged a bit differently. Drawing on the map. Man, Great Northern Wall is more interesting than this. I like Xingzhou, and I like a lot of the concepts of it, but Dang, does this get tedious? Young Menlo's Adventures on Xingje Island. That could be kind of fun. It's like a series. Okay, you're attacking Kisai. Tanjo! Yeah, there's second guardsman Tanjo. Furious Axe is kind of a nice skill. I think it gives you a bunch of adrenaline if it's blocked. Fiery. Interesting. It unlocked a fiery axe half for me as well, which is neat. Let's get the miniature Prince Rurik out here. Yeah, it's best if you can advance us, please. Thank you. Man, my damage against these guys is really bad. Oh boy, that was maybe a little too many. Okay, this could be bad. Yeah, keep Taya alive. I have a healing signet. I'm going to use it. Not sure how good my healing signet is. 82 is not nothing. Thank you, Master Togo. There we go. Okay, Taya, please tell me. Yeah, okay. Resurrect, not a good skill, still gets the job done. And that would have been trivial with level 20 allies, but obviously that's not what I have right now, so. It makes me want to find alternatives. Might do this on Psyche. Rather than on the assassin who's going to be similarly underpowered. Indeed. You can ponder that, Yujotan. They need to make sure that you know that your resurrection signals will also recharge from this. And the second guard snuck up behind us. I suspected that they were taking long enough to talk that might happen. Alright. And getting through to Zendaijin is definitely like a thing that I would like to do so I can get to the mainland and get access to heroes. But one thing at a time. If I start taking too many hits, I will absolutely swap to sprint or whirling defense. It's a concept called cancel stance. You can only be in one stance at a time. It's only really useful with Frenzy, because that's basically the only stance that you'll be in that has a negative side effect like this. But if you want to stop taking double damage, you can use another stance to end it early. Man, the horn bows are so slow. Flat bows have a faster attack speed, as do short bows. The bows are a little slow, though. Yeah, I definitely would rather do this on Psyche, who has people who can make this faster than I want to do it on the Assassin. I think I am going to go ahead and do that, though, to wrap up today. I'm definitely going a lot longer than I intended, but I kind of want to get all of the weapons that I wanted to get gotten in this stream. Yeah, so see if I do that, then I'm no longer in Frenzy and I'll take less damage. It's a useful strategy. It can also be useful with other things. Flail, for example, has the downside of snaring you. And being able to get rid of Flail early is also really useful. I definitely want to try Flail with that bow that I just picked up. So that Scribe is kind of a higher priority target. I need to remember that I have an interrupt skill. Yeah, stopping Breath of Fire is a really good idea there. How long does my whirling defense last? 13 seconds. Yeah, you can see it's taking us longer too. It's going to take us like 13 or 14 minutes to finish this. Just because it's taking us actual time to kill these enemies instead of having them evaporate in front of us. Yeah, I'd rather do this on a character who can actually take these things. Love that little moonwalking glitch. That was fun. Let's get a screenshot there. Okay. There, that'll shut down a lot of its damage. Yeah, like I thought. Minister Cho. Let's not have any vampire cores, shall we? They would be quite distracting. Got it. Okay. Yeah, 1424, so that was pretty long. It's like some Alliance main members are also going through this stuff. I don't know if I need that axe mod, so I'm gonna grab it for now. Rest of this I'm just gonna sell to Morimoto. I could potentially salvage it for goods, but I feel like that's unlikely. Okay. Okay, let's just go back to that. Mesmer. If I need to suffer through this, I want to suffer through this on a character that's going to go through faster. Is there anything that I want to do before I go in here? Probably not. I don't have max armor on this character, though. Let's stop by Kinding Center and see what it would take to make an armor set that I like. I may or may not. I have the funds for it. Just barely, but I do. And I already have a max hat, so... The rest of the stuff is 45 AL, which is not max, but... Okay, you make Xingje, which is fine, but requires silk, and I only have 8 bolts of silk, and that's not enough. You also require silk. I wouldn't want Canthan Tire anyway. I don't like this stuff. I'm happy with the Xingje armor. And you would make, yeah, Ascalonian stuff. You require linen, but my supplies of linen are not superior to my supplies of silk. They're inferior, in fact. I see. I was able to make one of these masks that way. That makes sense. Okay. I'm not going to worry about armor then. I mean, I will eventually need to do so, but for this, I don't. So, let's just go in there with this group. It's not the level 20s, but it should be fine. Any changes that I want to make before I jump in? I don't think so. So let's just go. Should be faster with these guys than it was with the other guys. If for nothing else, since Sasuke has AoE. Can we please go? I know, too much minister chose the state, but what you gonna do? It's fairly easy. Yeah, let's not die at all. That would be my preference. I guess Wild Blow is not super useful here. It's actually probably detrimental. Because he'll use it to end Frenzy, which would normally do extra damage, but whatever, I'm not going to restart at this point. It doesn't matter that much. Honestly, Sasuke's fireballs are probably going to do, like, enough work. That does not have much enthusiasm behind it, but whatever. Man, I cannot wand worth anything with this piece of garbage starter wand. I've basically got empathy and that's it. But still, this is better because Sasuke is superior to Kisai. And cost is better than Mai. Turns out level 11 and 15 heroes are better than level 6 heroes. Or level 6 henchmen. Which is not exactly a novel thought, but you know. Man, I need to replace this mouse pad. I've talked about it before, but it's falling apart. It has a wrist support, but the wrist support is kind of like ruptured and is spilling everywhere and all of that. So it's not ideal. But what is cool is I'll soon have enough proofs of legend to finish this thing off, and then I can just focus on advancing characters again, which sounds good. In other news, I need Chaos Storm. That'd be nice. Second guards do not care about the Lost Boy. The thing is, I don't even use skills for me to use my interrupts on. So it's like, what do I even do here? I just kind of wand them with my inadequate wand. Oh, somebody used Frenzy. Somebody was Tanjo. Man, I wish I could do Chahbek on everybody, and then that would just simplify everything, but... I want to spend some time, I think, on this Mesmer, though. I really do want to advance her. I want to be able to get Energy Surge and... Energy Surge, yeah. And Aptitude. That's Eye of the North. Certain territories. These guys will kind of stand here for a little bit. And that guy doesn't even know who he wants to attack. Yeah, we went through that a lot faster, and so these groups are different. They don't even use any skills. Okay, they use Standing Slash. Man. It's like all of the interesting build ideas of things that I could do that would be fun that I can't do because I don't have the skills, probably. Do I have Shadow Delusions? No. Yeah, I missed it. That's okay. Hitting attack skills is tricky. I'm not in enough practice to be able to react like that. I barely have been. It's almost something like you more have to anticipate that it's going to happen. It's where something like clumsiness that goes out or like sticks on for a moment works a lot better. It's been 6 minutes now, which I think has been a bit faster. We're getting close to the 100-hour mark on this account, which is like small potatoes for any given character on my main account. Some might be under 100 hours, but a lot of them are going to be over. A lot of them are over 200 hours. And this guy might try to heal Sig, which is very interruptible. Okay, so it's Hammer Bash. I don't know why Hammer Bash was... I was able to interrupt Hammer Bash, so... And we went through the... Like, all of these are going so much faster. It's just, the contrast is what's striking me. I'm just going to disable Wild Blow. I don't think it's good for cost to be using right now, so I'm just going to turn it off. I forget that I can do that, but I can, so I'm going to. Yeah, most of my skills aren't doing anything here. I'd probably been better off speccing Fire Magic, but I didn't feel like re-speccing everything. It's not like my heroes can't just take care of it all for me. It's a team game after all. Yeah, see them all getting taken out by that fireball. It's going so much faster and smoother. Those are attack skills, by the way, that spirits use. So they will trigger things like any shouts or chants that affect allies that are anthems. They'll trigger those, for example. Nine minutes. We were a bit longer. We're more like 12 at the time. Hey, you. How do you feel about backfire? Are you not spamming flare? I missed. Oh well. That breath of fire can be pretty devastating. Wow, that guy just evaporated. Yeah, it's wild, like being a full 4 or 5 minutes faster and just feeling that difference going through here. Because we're 1424 on the previous. And on this one, 1024. So we're a full 4 minutes faster. By we, I mean me. Which I could definitely feel. Could definitely feel. Okay, I'm going to go get the daggers on the assassin. And then we'll call it a stream. After I, like, clear out my inventory and stuff, obviously. There we are. 5 more proofs of legend. Okay, just this needs identifying. I'm going to drop these off over here as well. Do I have Xingje quests that I should be doing? I have a couple. Okay. Right. Assassin. Also here, but we're not gonna worry about that at the moment. I'm going back to Mr. Show's estate because this is where I can get to Embark Beach. Hello, Neckered Horseman. Somebody wants to go kill Malix. Neat. I'm not going to bother with that. It's... The Priest of Menzies is not like a trivial thing to get to. It's not hard. But this account is a long ways from it. I don't know why I haven't salvaged this feathered scalp. I'm going to salvage that feathered scalp. Hey. I want these daggers. Thank you. There's an argument for High Noon as well being pretty cool. But it's going to be a while before I use these, though, I'm pretty sure. I just don't have the Rex for it. You can get Blessings of War. Neat. It wouldn't be bad to pick up some of these, but I'm just not... It's not that important for me to do so. So I'll be continuing to stream more, and I might pick up some more of these over time as a result, but I'm not... I've done what I wanted to do specifically on these characters, so I am happy about that. Yeah, I need 2 more ranks of that. If I would need 7 and then 8. I just abandon everything. I can get there. That's probably worth it, honestly. And I barely need critical strikes because the expertise is helping. Yeah, let's actually go... These are what? Communing? Let's go ahead and put 2 ranks in communing just to make these a little bit better. Actually, no. I should put those in critical strikes. Well, she needs to go do stuff, but like this will be a big boon to her. Okay. Back to Ranmusu Garden. I'm gonna wrap up there. All right. Well, that is going to go ahead and... Ooh, I'm going to go over there and wrap up. That's going to go ahead and be things for the stream for today. I did go like an hour and a half longer than I was planning to, but that's okay. I managed to do the thing that I wanted to do. Which, for the record, Pond, was get myself that bow and those daggers. So, ooh, this is a nice little pretty spot. So until next time, everyone, which may or may not be tomorrow, we'll see. But until next time, take care. Thank you for watching, and goodbye.